Hey guys, it's Jonny here from JTK Gaming, and today I want to go over some add-ons I use in ESO, and I want to explain straight away that I'm going for a clean UI. So some people may not like my UI setup and some of the add-ons I use, but I'm sick of having a cluttered screen with all this information that I do not have any time to process in my brain while I'm fighting. So I just have what I need for combat and what I need just to get through and win fights. So you may notice a lot of things missing off my UI, but let's be honest guys, how often do you be able to read all those buff trackers and shit popping up on your screen? Like, you just cannot process it all. So it's just there cluttering up your screen. So let's get into it and I'll explain some of my favorite add-ons. So guys, straight away, this is probably one of my favorite add-ons in the game, and it's called Azurah. Now, I don't really need to demonstrate this, it's very self-explanatory. Basically what it does is it allows you to move all your standard UI around, and that's basically sums it up. You can move your compass, your skill bar, any of the standard UI. So I use this with action duration reminder. So basically what I do is I use Azurah to move my skill bar up to under my character's feet, so it's in my line of sight while I'm fighting, and action duration reminder turns my skill bar into a buff skill tracker. So as you can see, the timer is going up. When I swap bars, they appear above my skill bar, and you can see the timer counting down. So this makes a really clean looking screen. You can adjust, how big the bars are, if you want the numbers, all that kind of stuff on it. But at the end of the day, it's really simple. Also with Azurah, you can remove things, like you can see on my skill bar how the border's been removed and the swap bar icon's been removed and stuff, just for a cleaner look. So also with that, I use FTC. I use FTC solely for the health bar and the magic stand bar. As you can see, I just think that is one of the cleanest looks. There's a lot of other add-ons out there that can do it. This is just the one I use. So let's get into some of my other smaller add-ons that I use. So guys, straight away, this is probably one of my favorite add-ons in the game, and it's called Azurah. Now, I don't really need to demonstrate this, it's very self-explanatory. Basically what it does is it allows you to move all your standard UI around, and that's basically sums it up. Move your compass, your skill bar, any of the standard UI. So I use this with action duration reminder. So basically what I do is I use Azurah to move my skill bar up to under my character's feet, so it's in my line of sight while I'm fighting, and action duration reminder turns my skill bar into a buff skill tracker. So as you can see, the timer is going up. When I swap bars, they appear above my skill bar, and you can see the timer counting down. So this makes a really clean looking screen. You can adjust, how big the bars are, if you want the numbers, all that kind of stuff on it. But at the end of the day, it's really simple. Also with Azurah, you can remove things, like you can see on my skill bar how the border's been removed and the swap bar icon's been removed and stuff, just for a cleaner look. Also with that, I use FTC. I use FTC solely for the health bar and the magic stand bar. As you can see, I just think that is one of the cleanest looks. There's a lot of other add-ons out there that can do it. This is just the one I use. Let's get into some of my other smaller add-ons that I use. Okay, so first up with these other add-ons is Assist Rapid Riding. Basically, this puts rapids on your bar when you mount on your horse. It's really handy, guys, like in Cyrodiil, especially if you're running with a lot of magic group builds that don't have a lot of stamina and stuff like that, so you need to supply your own rapids. Basically, it puts it on your bar. When you activate it, it removes it from your bar. There's time settings that you can adjust in there, but that's all I'm going to go into about that, so we can get through a lot of these other add-ons. Auto recharge is simple. It recharges your weapons. To be honest, I always forget to do this, so it's really nice and handy. AwesomeGuildStore, I'm not going to go into much. Most people know about this. Basically, it allows you to search for items in guild stores. It's really good and handy. We've already been over Azurah. Bloody Screen. Now, Bloody Screen is one of these add-ons that you'll either like or you won't like. And basically what it does is it puts blood on your screen at a certain health level when you just what you have it set to. So if you have it set to 25% health, it's going to start putting blood on your screen then. And I like it because it adds, a sense of urgency that you need to, do something. You're really in the shit. And I like it for that reason. So give it a try out, see if you like it. And the next one is DressingRoom. Now, there's about 3 or 4 add-ons that do this same thing. DressingRoom is one of the better ones. Alpha Gear is another one. I do have some alternatives for some of these add-ons, and they'll all be listed in the description, along with a lot of other add-ons I use that I didn't have time to cover in this video. So basically what DressingRoom does is it allows you to keybind sets of gear to a single button so you can swap your gear in and out. It's really handy if you're running a different build for PvP and PvE, or even if you're running different builds for certain dungeons or for VMA, all that kind of stuff. It's really quick and handy. FTC, as I said, I'm only using the health bars. So guys, next up we have Greymind's Quickslot bar, and basically what this does, it allows you to keybind each quick slot. So basically you can have 9 buttons that you'll click and it'll bring that quick slot to the front so you can hit your quick slot button to activate it. So basically you're pushing 2 buttons to activate a pot or a food or get a trev out or whatever it may be. What I do is I macro each button 1 to 9 on my numpad to also hit the quick slot button. So I can basically have 9 keybinds that will automatically activate whatever I'm trying to do. So I don't need to hit 2 buttons, I can just hit the 1. And I use this in Cyrodiil. I'll have a max stat food and a recovery food. So if I get in the shit and I need resources quickly, I'll swap to the recovery food for 10 or so seconds until I build back some resources. And then I'll hit the other button to pop me back to max stat food. And I can do this with pots too. I can use a speed pot to, get out really quickly, or I can click another button to activate a tripod, and so on and so on. So it's just a nice little quick add-on that will make, life in Cyrodiil a lot easier for you. So the next one is Inventory Grid View. Now let me just show you this one. So as you can see, my inventory isn't a list, it's a grid, as the add-on basically says in its name. The cool thing about this is there's a lot of skins you can get for it to change the look of it. I think there's a spiral one, whatever you may call it. That one looks pretty cool. If you want to know some of the cool ones, leave a comment and I can get back to you that way. So that's basically Inventory Grid View. It's pretty simple. It says what it does in its name, so I don't really need to go into that much more. This screen back over. So the next one I'm using is Food and Drink Reminder. Basically this just brings a symbol up on the screen. You can see that loaf of bread there. Basically when I haven't got food up. There's other add-ons that do this, but I found them annoying. This is just, throws a loaf of bread on your screen, which is just, simple but effective. And that's basically the whole look I'm going and feel for my screen setup and my add-on setup is simple but effective. You'll see that in my screen anyway. So let's move on. So MailR is the next one that I have on my list here. A lot of you guys won't use this, but it's on the list because it's super effective for guild masters and people that want to send multiple mails out and that kind of stuff. Basically it allows you to select whole guild, so you can select everyone in your guild. You can select certain ranks in your guild to send the mail out. Basically, it will automatically send the mail out to whoever you have selected. So next is Miats CC tracker. Now I use this because in big fights it's a bit hard to tell what's going on, and it's just nice to have a pop-up saying that you're in this CC or you're in this storm or whatever it may be. It's just handy to have. And Miats PVP Alerts. Now I should have really been in Cyrodiil for this, but I'm not, so I'll just explain what it does. It gives you information of what's going on in Cyrodiil, as the name says. So if you're at a keep, it will tell you, you know, what's the status on the flags. You know, say if an enemy's on the front flag, it will tell you if it's 50% flipped or whatever it may be. Same if you had a resource, it will tell you, you know, what color the flag is. The thing I like the most about it is it pops up. Say if I'm running to a keep and the keep's in front of me, it will put a little keep symbol kind of on floating in the air, and if I hover over that, it will give me all the information of that keep, how much siege is on it and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a really nice add-on to have that makes life a lot easier in Cyrodiil. Next up is Quick Compass. This is probably one of the most simple but most amazing add-ons. Basically, you can see in the top right hand corner, it just brings up a little compass that's easy to read. You can locate it anywhere you want, so you can put it in line of sight, and it's handy in PvP groups because me as a raid leader, I'll call out directions. So I'll be like, we're going southwest, and instead of having to look at that pissy compass that's up the top there, you've got something nice and simple to read. The last one that I'm going to go into somewhat semi-detail about is this bar here. Now just give me 2 seconds because I have forgot what it's called for the life of me. It's called Group Danger Indicator. Now what this does is it will go red when you start to get in danger. So if I go down here and hit the scorpion, you can see it's going oranger and oranger. It disappeared because I activated my shield. So basically it's saying right now I'm not really in any danger. I've got full health, I've got full resources, I've got my shield up. So what happens if I just stand here and let it beat on me? So as you can see, it's starting to go orange, it's starting to go red, it's starting to get really full red, and it's just going to build up into it's basically solid red. But watch what happens as soon as I hit a shield, it goes away. It knows I'm not in danger because, you know, I've got a 15k shield. So I've only just got this add-on. I'm just kind of playing around with it, but so far I'm kind of impressed. It seems to allow for dots and like dot heals and stuff, hots as well, and things like that. It accounts for a lot of things, so it could be really handy in big fights to kind of just, yeah, another indicator of how much you are in the shit, basically. So that's about it. That wraps it up, guys. So just really quickly, for the guys that don't know, the best way to get all these add-ons is to install Minion. I will have the link to Minion's website and where you can download it. Basically, it's an add-on manager, and you can just search for all these add-ons inside Minion, and you just need to click the install button, and that's all you need to do. Nice, simple and easy. You can basically copy and paste the name out of the list and the description, and you'll be fine to go, good to go. So as I said, there's a lot more add-ons in the description, but I just could not get through 30-40 add-ons in one video. If you want to see a second one, let me know and I can. But as I said, I'm going for a really clean look, and I think I've achieved with still having enough information on my screen to tell me what's going on in combat and tell me what's going on with my character. So I hope this video has helped, guys, and once again, this is Jonny from JTK Gaming, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Catch you later.